An emerging deal between Iran and Oman to reopen the Strait of Hormuz could solve one of President Trump's most urgent political problems, but it might also hand Tehran new strategic leverage. According to Iranian and American officials, Iran and Oman are closing in on an agreement to restore shipping traffic through the vital waterway. Under the outline described by officials familiar with the emerging accord, vessels heading into the Persian Gulf would transit a channel controlled by Iran and running close to its coast, while ships leaving the Gulf would travel on a separate channel situated near Oman. Iranian officials say that, although no tolls would be charged, the agreement includes a service fee intended to cover the environmental impact of the shipping, security for cargo ships and tankers, and staffing costs, with the resulting revenue to be split equally between Iran and Oman. A U.S. official familiar with the negotiations, however, called the Iranian account not accurate, stating that any temporary routes established through the strait would not require Iranian approvals or permissions and would involve no tolls at all. For President Trump, the prospect of reopening the Strait of Hormuz addresses his most pressing political problem, the need to allow ships to move freely again amid disrupted global energy markets. Iranian officials, meanwhile, condition their support on the United States lifting its naval blockade against Iranian ports in the Persian Gulf and both sides returning to the 14-point plan set out in the Islamabad Memorandum of Understanding. Some U.S. officials suggest that the market pressure could be eased even further if Washington decided to issue exemptions on sanctions against Iran, enabling Tehran to legally sell and deliver its oil. But if Iran ultimately asserts continued control over the passageway, the opening could come with a geopolitical cost. Iranian officials say they are designing the accord to ratify their capacity to control the Strait of Hormuz, thereby retaining strategic leverage they did not possess before the current conflict. Secretary of State Marco Rubio has repeatedly warned that the strait must revert to the kind of open, international waterway it was before the United States and Israel attacked Iran on February 28. Rubio argued that creating a precedent where a nation-state can decide to control an international waterway, charge a toll, and threaten ships that refuse to pay would be dangerous and likely to be repeated elsewhere. As the negotiations continue, the potential deal hangs between offering immediate relief for shipping flows and risking a longer-term shift in the balance of power in the region. We'll keep watching as diplomats work out the details and any potential fallout. Thanks for listening.